birthday party should not disrupt the sound booth this much.
Hi, my name's Raul. You're going to be meeting Cookie, the host, in a moment, but right now you have to tell me how many people are playing.
He's a man, not a dessert, okay?
Number one player. Hey, don't sweat it. One's better than nothing, right? Okay, so you want the 7-question tournament-length game or the big 21-question kahuna? Alrighty, that's what I needed to know. Okay, here we go. A question pops up, you know the answer, you buzz in. You hit the button on your controller that corresponds with the answer. It's that simple. Now watch carefully. You hit one of these buttons to buzz in. Then make your answer choice with one of these 4 buttons here. Okie dokie, groovy.
10 seconds.
And
9,
go to black.
8.
All right, have a good
7,
one, everybody.
6.
Bring in the logo.
5, 4,
Du müssen mehr
3.
Blutgefühlen mit
Obernastrom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, my name's Cookie. You have any questions at all, please feel free to keep them to yourself. Anyway, the game of solitaire. That's okay, I'm here alone too. So let's get it on. All right, hit me. Now serving superheroes who foam at the mouth. $1,000 if you get it. You ready? Okay, let's say that Underdog hasn't been very careful lately and he's contracted rabies. Given the symptoms of rabies, which of these situations would most likely leave Underdog incapable of rescuing Sweet Polly Purebred? She's hanging from a high ledge, she's trapped in a burning building, she's drowning in a pond, or she's surrounded by carnivorous spiders. Another name for rabies is hydrophobia, which literally means the fear of water. So poor Polly would probably end up sinking like a stone. I guess that means Underdog won't be drinking out of the toilet anymore either. Okay, pick a category. The selection is, I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. How does $2,000 sound? You know, to get from Swaziland to Switzerland in a dictionary, you pretty much just have to turn the page. But if you take the most direct land route from Swaziland to Switzerland, which of these countries will you not pass through? Syria, Italy, South Africa, or Guyana? The most direct land route from Swaziland in southern Africa to Switzerland definitely doesn't pass through South America's Guyana. But if you're heading to Swaziland, then you pass through the land of dirty dancing and the country where ghosts like to do pottery. Category, please. Shake hands with. Can't cut the Colonel Mustard. $2,000 for a correct answer. Let's see how you handle this one. If Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote were asked to solve the very first detective mystery story, what would make the best new title for the show? Murder Dashiell Hammett wrote, Murder Agatha Christie wrote, Murder Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote, or Murder Edgar Allan Poe wrote? Edgar Allan Poe is credited with creating the detective mystery with the murders in the Rue Morgue in 1841. Which most Murder, She Wrote fans probably read when it was first released. Okay, I need a category.
Over and over, it's finally over with more.
This one likes to go by, eat my shorts. $1,000 at stake on this one. Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. If you asked a moth about its propensity for eating clothing, which of these would be a factually accurate response?
Sure, I used to do that as a kid. I can't help it, the smell drives me wild. Natural fabrics don't agree with me.
Or,
I only do it for lights on. It feels less dirty.
Only the larva of a clothes-eating moth actually eats your clothes. the adult moths try on your clothes when you're not home. I need a category.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
This little number's known as coming out of the mystical closet, and you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Hey, let's imagine that Mrs. Kravitz finally gets the goods on Samantha from Bewitched and turns her into the police. If the authorities decide to deal with Samantha in the same manner as the Salem witch trials, what will happen? Mrs. Kravitz will start gathering kindling, Darren will make her stay in her bottle, Mr. Kravitz will donate the use of his pool, or Larry Tate will advertise her hanging. By the end of the Salem witchcraft trials, 19 witches were publicly hanged. And 19 noses were chopped off to prevent any last-minute escapes. All right, hit me. The category is Come Together Right Now Over Me. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Following the example of the man who unified Germany in 1871, which of these similarly named rappers might unify the warring hip-hop factions on America's coasts? Tony, Cool Mo D, Sir Mix-a-Lot, or Biz Markie? Word to your mother. In 1871, the Iron Chancellor Otto von Bismarck unified the German Empire. Think he could do the same for the rap industry? Okay, pick a category.
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Here we have
Must-reach utility belt.
$2,000 says you don't know this one. Think fast. After defeating Mr. Freeze, suppose Batman and Robin had to take on Mr. Freeze. What tool would probably help them the most in their struggle? A bat chisel and bat hammer, a bat pillow and bat blanket, a bat pencil and bat paper, or some bat self-confidence? A frieze is a type of decorative wall sculpture.
Take that, Mr. Freeze. What do you think, Robin?
Holy Michelangelo, Batman, you've turned Mr. Freeze into Mr. Freeze-standing pile of rubble.
Category, please. The category? A good sandwich is a work of art, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's rock. What would be the most appropriate name for a sandwich which, instead of using pita bread, used pieta bread? A Jesus LT, a still life fruit melt, an open-faced Mona Lisa, or a Peter Paul Rubens? A pieta is a work of art that depicts the Virgin Mary mourning over the body of Christ. And you can serve those communion wafers with it, like chips. Okay, I need a category.
Reinovi is number 9.
Coming at you. I'll rent any piece of crap for $2. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff.
Look, honey, it's that great video about the brave Scottish guy in the sport his ancestors invented.
What video is this couple renting? Durf on golf, the curling, bobsled Roy, or brave jarts? The Scots invented golf, and Durf is a Scottish word for brave or daring. Which leads me to my next question. What is the word for I'm gonna shoot my television if I have to watch Tim Conway do that Dorf bit one more time? I need a category. Okay, now everybody strapped in, safe and secure? Good, 'cause it's time for a three-way. Okay, listen up. This is pretty simple. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. When the correct three-way member is lit up, buzz in. If you make a match, you pocket $1,000. But look out, it'll cost you $1,000 every time you're wrong. So, let's get it on. Let's just say this one's known as Single White Monster Likes Sucking Blood, Dislikes Daylight. This three-way's dedicated to three guys who just need a little love. Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Wolfman. Time to bust a move. Good luck.
Woohoo! Hey! Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Woohoo!
That's all. Now catch your breath while we see how you did. Well, hello. The only thing I can say is, did you cheat? Let's check things out overall. That's it for round one. Let's go to round two. Every question in round two is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. All right, hit me.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
Let's see what we got going. Zero, my hero. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Okay, feast your eyes on this and tell me, what number is this? A quark, a gigabyte, a Google, or a bazillion? The number one followed by 100 zeros is called a Google. Multiply that by 10 and you have the population of Beijing, China. Okay, pick a category.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
And this one is things that violate the Constitution in the night. This one can net you $6,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Based on the codename of the burglars responsible for the Watergate break-in, which TV commercial character might you assume was one of the perpetrators? Josephine the Plumber, Madge the Manicurist, Tony the Tiger, or Mr. Clean? You might have suspected Josephine because the codename for the Watergate burglars was the Plumbers. Sadly, Josephine's association with that bunch plunged her into a life of crime. Category, please.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Well, what do we have here? Come aboard! Torture's waiting for you! You get 4,000 clams for this one. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Suppose the Love Boat's Captain Steubing got sick and tired of Gopher's antics and decided to keel haul him. How would Gopher be punished? Would he be forced to sit naked on the poop deck, made to walk the plank, dragged under the ship from side to side, or tied to the anchor? In order to keel haul Gopher, Captain Steubing would have to drag him back and forth underneath the ship. Hate, exciting, and new. Okay, I need a category. Well, looks like this category is, and you thought they were morons. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Alright, the next time someone tries to tell you the Three Stooges are lowbrow, well, they'll probably be right. Still, imagine the scenario. Suppose Larry flings a pie at Moe in order to demonstrate Newton's first law of motion. Assuming they're in a vacuum, what will the pie do? Would it move backwards in time, propel Larry sideways, lose heat to surrounding pies, or fly evenly until stopped by Moe's face? According to Newton's first law of motion, an object will continue to move in a straight line and at a constant speed until something interferes with it. And since they're in a vacuum, this'll happen right before Moe suffocates to death, and everyone will have a good laugh. I need a category.
Not 14, not 16, you're right in between.
This one's called Excuse me, G.I. Joe, I've got to use the head. Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Attention, patriots, now hear this. Instead of candy, participants in your next Veterans Day parade throw G.I. Joe action figures. Given this, what would you definitely not be able to brag about getting at the parade? Beachhead, sneak peek, Hummer, or snow job? There was never a G.I. Joe action figure named Hummer. Boy, that would really hurt if you tried to catch one of those.
Hey, throw it to me! Over here!
All right, hit me. Well, mercy me. It looks like a dis or dat question. This dis or dat's category name is breakfast cereal and biology. Now, I'm going to read off 7 brands of cereal, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the thing pictured on the box is a picture of a mammal or a non-mammal. As each one comes up, if it's a mammal, press your square. If it's not a mammal, press the circle. And if you want to skip one, hit the triangle button. $1,000 for each correct answer, but $1,000 off for each one you miss or any that you just don't get to. All right, I'll start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Frosted Flakes, mammal or not a mammal? Lucky Charms. Sugar Smacks. Rice Krispies. Boom! Very. Special K. One more. Quaker Oats. Thing of Beauty, let's see your new score. Well, that does wonders for your total. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, pick a category.
Number 17.
For your enjoyment, we'll work for mana. How does $4,000 grab you? Hey, in today's world of corporate downsizing, anyone could find themselves panhandling next week, even figures from the Old Testament. You're at a stoplight and you see Isaac's son Esau by the roadside with a sign asking for food. Considering his actions in the Bible, which message might you expect to see on the sign? We'll kill brother for food, we'll spy on drunk naked father for food, we'll trade inheritance for food, or we'll wrestle God for food. Esau gave his birthright and inheritance to his younger brother Jacob in exchange for some lousy stew. Well, I guess it wasn't so much lousy stew as it was a bucket filled with soapy water and a squeegee. Category, please. And I believe this one's called Keep It Simpson, Stupid. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Heads up, here it comes. If an episode of The Simpsons ended with Homer Simpson meeting the same fate as Homer Simpson in the Nathaniel West novel The Day of the Locust, what would happen? He'd drink himself to death at Moe's Tavern, he'd try to assassinate Mayor Quimby, he'd take it on the lam with Lisa, or he'd be attacked by a Springfield mob. In The Day of the Locust, Homer Simpson is attacked by an angry, rioting mob. But as we all know, The Simpsons is a children's show. That means no violence. Okay, I need a category. This category is known as Greek Theater and the Casting Couch. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Let's see how you handle this one. Suppose you're an actor back in the early days of Greek drama and you really want a part. Because he wasn't a playwright, whose casting couch would you not have to break in? Agamemnon, Euripides, Aristophanes, or Sophocles? That's right, Agamemnon was a famous Greek warrior. He probably didn't get much action from aspiring chorus members. But he did go through a lot of Trojans. I need a category.
Question number 20.
May I introduce The sings about grammar. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Alright, Ebonics hasn't taken off in schools, but it would make a great band name. So, complete the following analogy. Bad English is to Ebonics as New Edition is to what? Old English, Esperanto, hieroglyphics, or Sanskrit? Ebonics is non-standard English, and Esperanto is supposed to be the world's new international language. But Esperanto never really had a chance after Bobby Brown stopped speaking it. All right, hit me. You're about to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see 2 words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard as long as you remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Would you like to touch my primate? And I don't just ask anybody that question. Only really special players like you. Sweet mother of God, are you human? You are like a machine! Let's check out your final score! That's the game! Congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game by yourself and you came out on top. Not many people can say that, but I know plenty of people who can say, "You don't know Jack!"
Nice work, people. Let's get those commercials rolling. And, hey, Raul, can you find out if we're doing another one of these?
Hey, let's put something on this naked scoreboard. Enter your name.
Have you
Glory.
been throwing away that old
Glorious,
mayonnaise?
isn't it?
How condiments
Hey,
could
listen, if
improve
you
your
want to
love
play
life
another game,
tonight.
just let me know when you're ready, and I'll make sure that we're ready, okay?
Hey, it's me. I just wanted to say hello.
Not another boring voicemail message.
Hold the phone. Before you delete that unwanted voicemail, think about those unfortunate people who never get any calls. Don't you think they'd want the message, even if you don't?
Gee, I guess so.
Then press 8 to donate. When you get a message you don't want, press 8. Your message will be forwarded to the mailbox of a fiber optic Lonely Heart.
Hey, this is Bill. I got your spreadsheet off the webpage, but I had some questions about the R&D headings. Give me a call.
Bill, I don't know what that meant, but you just made my day.
They may not understand the random messages they get, but they'll sure feel more connected. And isn't that what technology is all about?
You know, you're right. I'm gonna press 8 to donate.
Hey, it's me. I just wanted to say hello. Hadn't talked to you in a while. Give me a call sometime. Bye.
I love you, random voice.
Press 8 to donate. Go ahead and touch someone with other people's fingers.
Hey, you guys, can I put on makeup and talk about boys with you?
Ew. Gross me at the door.
All the kids used to be mean to me at school because I eat paste and wet my chair. But now I've got a My Little Doppelganger doll, and everybody loves me.
You're all gonna grow up to be drunken whores, so shove it where the sun don't shine or I'll poison your lip gloss.
You're just kidding. I'm sorry. My hair.
It's also good for my dumb brother. Hey, Biff, Mommy said I could go to the mall with you.
Who told you to take your head out of the toilet, you little freak?
You wear girls' underwear and rub your wee-wee.
Saddle up, Tex. We're going shopping. Yeah.
And it works really great on grown-ups.
Cindy, turn off the TV and go to bed.
I'll go to bed when I'm good and ready, you pathetic nobody.
Oh, I guess a few more minutes won't hurt.
My Little Doppelganger is my best friend. Mwah.
Keep your gross lips off me and do something about that canker sore, would ya?
My Little Doppelganger. Also available, My Little Split Personality and My Little Addiction.
Boys, you haven't seen realistic battle action until you've seen medieval tech action figures. More weapons, more scenarios.
And these dolls are made out of the toughest plastic.
They're not dolls, they're action figures.
Are they small representations of the human form?
Yes.
Then they're dolls. And they come with mix and match fashion accessories.
That's removable battle armor, and they have action grip hands.
Perfect for tea parties.
Medieval tech action figures. They're not dolls!